Aloha Taurus, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing your monthly reading for the month of October 2018. So this month we are going to have your theme for the month, as well as get additional guidance from our regular deck, and then we're actually focusing on romance for this month. So it's been a few months since we had that as our focus, and that was brought in really strongly for the month of October. Lastly, we will be getting you an animal guide for the month. So from this Power Animal Oracle deck, we have a card that I've drawn for that. So before we jump into the reading, I just want to share with you that I've got another video that's going to follow this one at the very end that is going to give you a little bit more information about how to increase your abundance attraction factor with a very special Feng Shui adjustment. So this is the treasure box, and I've created a club around this, the Treasure Box Club, so you can learn more about that at the very end of this video. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. If you're new to me, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so that you do get notifications when I do new videos, which is I do the monthlies, all the zodiac signs every month. I do a reading, and then I also do really short dailies. So they're usually less than 5 minutes long. Just give you a little bit of guidance for that particular day, as well as an affirmation. So really beautiful information comes in there. And then I also do Feng Shui Fridays. So every Friday I have a Feng Shui tip for you. And these are things that are actionable, really easy to put into place in your space, teach you more about the energy of your environment and how to balance that. So lots of fun stuff here on my channel if you're new to me. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Your theme for this month, Taurus, is the Hermit. This is Archangel Raziel, and as you can imagine, this Hermit is about self-reflection. Meditation, quiet meditation is going to be a really good thing for you to do this month, as well as just focusing on learning more about yourself and spiritual aspects of things. So this is really more of a cocooning month than a be out in the world month for you. So that is just something to keep in mind as we're going through the rest of the reading, and then just throughout the month, right? As just keeping in mind that this is more of a self-discovery month for you, more of a meditative month for you. Okay, let's see what else we've got coming in for you. It's always fascinating to me when I'm pulling cards and I'm like, oh, I kind of want to go towards the front of the deck. They're like, nope, go back. I just hear, I just, like, as I'm pulling them, they just guide me to which ones to pull, and they're always perfect, which is amazing to me. All right, we've got a pretty good balance here. We've got fire, air, and earth here, which is a pretty good balance. Two of fire is coming in for you. Fire cards are about passion and action. I also read these as your fame and reputation, kind of how you show up in the world. And as two would suggest, it is about partnerships, right? This isn't an essence of you like coming into your own, right? And so there may be some new partnerships that develop as a result of that. We'll see when we get to the romance if one of those is a romantic relationship or if it's all just business. Because I do see potentially some contracts, that type of thing coming in. The big essence of this Two of Fire, though, is keep moving forward, keep continuing on, right? Now is not a time to give up. You just keep moving forward. And then we've got the Ace of Air coming in, which is always an interesting card because it has sort of a duality aspect to it. So the air cards are about the head and the intellect, what's going on upstairs. And the duality aspect is sort of, it's about these brilliant new ideas, new thoughts, new inspirations, different things that are coming to you. But then there's also this aspect of a challenging beginning, or having to look underneath things to see what's really true. So lots of times our five senses tell us one thing, but then underneath we really need to feel like what's really true here. So that's going to be part of the discernment energy for this month of October. This is one of the best cards, King of Earth. Earth cards are all about how you make your money, what you need to do to be here, grounded on Earth. And this is the Midas touch. Yahoo! You can accept opportunities this month. There's definitely success energy around the month of October. So things that come in for you this month, opportunities, these are things that you can accept confidently. And just knowing you've got this Midas touch this month. So even though it's a month of maybe more self-reflection, more self-discovery, spirituality, all of that, it's also a very successful time for you. So, which is interesting, right? And kind of gives you the clue that the more that you go within and the more your outer world turns out even better. Yeah, soak that baby in. All right, let's see what we've got for your romance aspects this month, your romantic relationships. Which one? That one. Okay. All right. So this is interesting because this sort of connects with seeing the truth of a situation. We've got the deception card coming in. Which when the deception card comes in, it's like someone is wearing a false mask or they're not being fully truthful with you. And so it's an awareness, and that's where this Ace of Air is really beautiful energy because it allows you to see the truth of the situation, feel the truth rather than just look at what's going on the surface, feel the truth of what's going on underneath. So, and again, it might be someone that's just not being fully themselves with you. Maybe they're concerned if they're themselves that you won't like them. So there can be just that essence of like wearing a mask, right? And you see that here, that mask in the card. This month, it's worth it to make the effort. So great love is always worth the effort, right? It's that, just a reminder, a really beautiful reminder that it's not for you to sit and do nothing, okay? So yes, we want to be in a state of attracting, magnetizing our partner, magnetizing good stuff to us, but we also have to take actions that we're being guided to take. So you get these thoughts, ideas that come in, and then it's up to you to actually take action on them. So we really can't, we're not going to be able to co-create the reality we want by just sitting on our hands. We do actually have to take action, and this is letting you know in the realm of relationships that making the effort is totally worth it. So take the steps that you're guided to take. We also, for some of you, have a separation coming in, which might mean a physical separation. Maybe one or the other of you is traveling for a time. There's just some sort of time apart from your partner. So that might be even, one partner is working a whole lot right now. Maybe it's a really busy time of year for them, or they have a bunch of different things going on. Or it might be, a physical separation where one of you is working in a different state. That seems to be happening with a lot of people where, the one partner will get a job in a new state and then the other one, it takes a little while to follow. So that can be the separation aspect of things too. Okay, so your animal guide for this month is the dove. And dove is all about serenity. So it really fits in well with that hermit because it is about slowing down, pausing, taking deep breaths, right? Let's do that one right now. Deep breath in and blowing it out through your mouth. Beautiful. These glasses are so dirty. I have to set them aside. So the dove energy is really, again, pausing, breathing, and again fits in very well with that meditation aspect of things, which I really love. So that's what I've got for you for this month. Stay tuned for the next video to learn more about how to up the ante on your abundance attraction factor, and a little bit more about the Treasure Box Club, which is super fun. We'll see you on the dailies if you watch my dailies, or we'll see you next month, or we'll see you in the Facebook Live. I would love for you guys to join me on Facebook Live. I'm doing a lot of those Facebook Lives. I'm doing a 30-day challenge for myself, not part of anything else, just doing that, and it's been really fun. So come on over to my Finding Your Fiji page and join me there. I would love to see you. Have an amazing month. Much love. Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here today to share with you a little bit more about my Treasure Box Club, which is brand new. And the Treasure Box is actually based on a super powerful Feng Shui adjustment called the Treasure Box that is a way to help you attract and bring in more abundance into your life. And the idea around this is, essentially it's based in Feng Shui, right? And Feng Shui is a 6,000-year-old art and science that's based on the principle that your space or your environment reflects and affects your life and what's happening in your life circumstances, right? So Feng Shui improves your life by balancing the energy in your space and creating an environment that energetically supports the things that you want to be, do, and have in your life. So very subtle shifts, subtle changes make a big impact in what's happening in your life. So oftentimes there's things that are impacting your life and they are impacting you from your environment and you have no idea about that, right? So the really idea behind all the videos that I shoot and even this treasure box one that I'm sharing with you is really just to get you thinking about your environment and how it might be impacting you or impacting your life. And of course, to provide solutions for how you can make shifts in your environment to positively impact your life. So, the Treasure Box Club. What is the Treasure Box Club all about? I'm super excited about it because it's really a fun thing for me. I have created treasure box kits for a number of years, and when I moved to Maui I stopped selling those just because it was like I was just not sure about the shipping and all of that kind of stuff, and I hadn't bought everything that needed to go into the kits because there's very specific things that go into the kits, right? So the treasure box, again, is a very powerful Feng Shui adjustment. And it's something that we conduct for 27 days in a row. And that's part of the power of it, is this building upon it day after day after day, okay? So the items that you actually need for the treasure box, I'm going to show you what those are today, and then I'm also going to share with you a little bit more about what the Treasure Box Club is about. So the items that you need to actually do the treasure box adjustment or to create your quote-unquote treasure box, you need a piggy bank. So I've got these cute, adorable little piggies with the green snouts. I chose the green because, of course, green, oftentimes means money for people. So these adorable little piggy banks, that is the first thing that you need. You need a red cloth. So these are red cloths that are included in the kit. And then you need a new black pen, and a mirror. This one happens to be, I believe it's 6-inch diameter. So a mirror is needed for the adjustment. And then red paper is the other thing that is needed for the adjustment. So these are the basic things that we need to actually do the adjustment. But when you join the club, the Treasure Box Club, it's so much more than just what's included in the kit. You get everything that is required to do the adjustment, including a little scroll that has all the instructions in it and ideas and tips for being successful with it. So you get all of that with the Treasure Box Club, but the club is more than that because it's really about having the support to successfully complete the adjustment, right? And it's also about receiving sort of things along the way that will help shift you mentally towards more abundance and to attract more abundance that way as well. So it includes a number of different things. We have a private Facebook group. So when you join the Treasure Box Club, you will be in the private Facebook group. And it also includes, so in that group, it's not just a it's not just a community, although the community aspect of it is really important, but it's also about giving you that support. So if you have questions, you're able to post them in there and I'm able to answer them. Also, it's about celebrating the successes, because when we celebrate our success, so when you actually post about your success or the abundance that you're attracting in, it actually expands it. And when you read other people's posts, it also raises your vibration and your attraction point. So doing this in a group format is so super powerful. I just can't even share with you enough how powerful it is to do it in a group setting, because again, it's magnified. Your efforts in attracting more abundance are magnified by everyone else in the group. So flippin' cool. I love that aspect of it. Super cool. So, but the club, of course, is about more than that. So when you join the club, you get everything that I talked about here, but you also are getting within, and it comes in, I have to show you this because it's super cute. It all comes to you in a purple box. So this is the box that you'll receive when you order your Treasure Box kit. And the box is purple because purple is the color for the wealth sector in our Feng Shui Bagua. So you see that right here. Wealth is purple. So that is specifically why I chose the color purple for the boxes as well. And then with that box, you also get an angel that's going to be there for you on your journey. So I have a bunch of different archangels and their invocations, and so it's really a random thing, but always perfect, right? Just like with the cards, is that you will receive the angel that most wants to work with you throughout the process, and that angel is going to stay with you. So you'll have an invocation, you'll have a picture of the angel and the angel's message to go along with you on the journey, as well as an abundance invocation. So that invocation is something that it will be on a little, like a business card size, that you can carry with you. And anytime you're wanting, like standing in line at the grocery store, you can read it. If you're, waiting at a stoplight, you can read it. These are things that you can do to boost the energy and your abundance attraction factor, which I like to call it. I love that phrasing that they just brought in, abundance attraction factor. Can't say it too many times fast, but it is super powerful. So the box contains all of that. You get all of that. One lucky person in each group that I send out. So when I do the group format, which I'm going to be offering twice a year, this time around it's going to be October and then February. So the very first one, the focus group that I'm doing, is October. But in each of these like batches that I'm doing with the group format, one of them will contain this red envelope. So this beautiful red envelope. This red envelope contains a gift certificate for a free 30-minute reading with me, a private reading, and that is worth $99. So right away, someone is going to have that abundance coming into them immediately, right? So that is a cool thing. So when you get your box, look for that if you are part of one of the groups. Okay. Let's see what else I need to share. So what else does the Treasure Box Club, do for you? What else do you get? So I'm creating wealth affirmations for every single day. So for 27 days, you'll have a wealth affirmation that you can work with for that particular day while we're doing the adjustment. I will also have a wealth or abundance meditation. So this is something that I'm going to be channeling, and this will be a downloadable item for you where you'll be able to download this meditation and keep it forever and keep working with it, right? But really beautiful energy to work with that meditation on a daily or however often you feel like doing it during the time that you're doing the treasure box adjustment, right? So that is also included. I'm also including 2 Facebook Live sessions for the groups. So one will be before we actually start the adjustment, so I can share with you a little bit more of the details about it and show you how to set it up. And then I will do one midstream that will just do kind of a check-in and how are things going, what questions do you have, what else is coming up for you. And you'll always still be able to ask questions in the Facebook group as well. But I just like the idea of doing that touch point in between time. And then the beautiful part about this also is that I am going to offer, for those of you in the group setting, I'm going to offer a text reminder on a daily basis. So this will be a text that will come to you reminding you to collect your coins, which is part of the process, and then also will contain that wealth affirmation for the day. So beautiful way to just have that reminder popping in for you on a daily basis. So that is something else that I'm offering with the group aspect of things. And then the beautiful thing about this is once you have the kit, you'll remain in the Treasure Box Club throughout, and when I do new groups, you can actually participate in the new groups as well. So that is something that is really a beautiful bonus, because that means that if you wanted to do the Treasure Box a couple times a year, you could do that, because you'll have everything that you need. You will have to get a new pen each time, because it does require a new black pen each time that you do it. So that is a pretty simple, easy thing, very accessible for you to get. And then I am including extra red paper in your kit, but that's something if you do it, you know, year after year, you might have to buy some red paper. So those would be the only things that you might have to do. So that is what the Treasure Box is about. Super powerful Feng Shui adjustment. And I do just want to share something that one of my clients that went through this said to me about it. And her take on it was she understood, or she came to realize by doing the Treasure Box adjustment, that she needed to get out of her house to attract more abundance. So that was an interesting dynamic, because lots of times with technology now and everybody's online, we tend to stay home more, right, than getting out. And this required her to get out of the house more, which drew more energy to her, right, and more abundance to her. And the other aspect of the Treasure Box is that you are collecting coins on a daily basis, which means that you're needing to use cash. And so many people now are just using their debit cards or credit cards for everything that they're not really getting the feel of using cash. So this adjustment requires that you use cash, because you've got to get coins on a daily basis. So even if you're just using like $1 a day, you still have to have cash and be using some cash. And so it's a really beautiful energy to actually feel money again, because there's so much that we don't feel money around, right? And then I'll have some other tips and tricks along the way, some other practices that will help boost the energy of abundance, as well as additional Feng Shui tips for abundance. So specific things that you can do within your home to raise the energy of your wealth attraction factor in your space and thus in your life. So lots of juicy goodness with this. I hope that you join us. It's going to be super fun. Super high vibe, and really will help you bring in more abundance into your life. And abundance can come in so many different ways. That's the other piece of it too. It's not just about the money. Abundance comes in many, many forms abundance of friends, abundance of love, abundance of time. There's so many other different ways that this abundance can show up for you. So super excited for you to join us, and all of the links and information are below if you're watching this on YouTube. Otherwise, if you're watching this on my website, then the information is contained within this page. Have an amazing, amazing day. Hope to see you soon. Aloha.